मैम आई है क्या?
नहीं आई है शायद।
लिंक के नीचे 1220 लिखा हुआ।
भाई वो तो पहले का है
ओ,
ना।
उस दिन का
Hi, good morning, everyone.
मॉर्निंग मैम।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
Good morning,
मॉर्निंग
ma'am.
मैम।
Yes. So, is the group G12 ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All
यस मैम।
right, then you can start.
Okay, ma'am. Just a second. Ma'am, is the black screen visible?
Yes, it's a black screen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I shall start, ma'am.
okay.
Okay. Good morning, respected ma'am, and all my classmates. Can you smell the fragrance of ginger and cardamom boiling together? Oh, then you are right. It's none other than our favorite beverage, tea. Now, to start on with the topic tea, we are gonna see whether tea is overrated, to be specific, in India or is underrated. My name is Aaron, and I'm going to start the presentation by putting a game spotlight on our team. Here are the names. Now, I would like to call my friend Vishal to start on with the introduction. Thank you. Vishal, you may proceed.
Thank you, Aryan. Good morning, everyone, respected ma'am, and my fellow classmates. I am Vishal Banerjee, and I am here to let you introduce with our topic tea. Tea, a short word with a vast influence all over the world. It is the most popular drinks in the modern civilized society. It is true that it is the most widely used consumed drink all over the world, just after water. Nowadays, some people can go without food, but they cannot go without a morning cup of tea. It is an aromatic beverage prepared by pouring hot or boiling water over cured or fresh leaves of Camellia sinensis, which is an evergreen shrub native to China and East Asia. It grows up to 4 or 5 feet in height. The tea has a stimulating effect in humans primarily due to its caffeine content, which is also known to increase alertness. Now, let's come to the factors which is necessary for the production of tea. So, any kind of crop production is basically depends on climatic and geographical factors. So, let us understand it wisely. Climate is a critical factor in determining both where the tea plant can be grown and the quality of tea grown in a particular area. However, the tea plant is adaptable and can be grown in a wide range of climatic conditions, but the range is limited. The tea plant can thus grow from tropical to subtropical climates in northeastern and southern part of India. Temperature plays a critical role in the growth and the quality of tea. The tea requires to cool to warm temperatures with at least 5 hours of sunlight per day. The mean annual temperature during the growing season is between 21 and 29 degrees Celsius. The tea needs heavy rainfall in the form of frequent showers. Moreover, the rain should be well distributed throughout the year because tea does not tolerate drought. Most commercially managed tea operations are located on the hill slopes in the highlands where the drainage is good. The ideal relative humidity during the growing season is 70 to 90%. The high humidity, morning fog, and heavy dew favor the growth of buds and the young leaves of the tea plant. If the relative humidity during the growth season is below 40%, the shoot growth is greatly inhibited. With an eye towards understanding the climatic condition required for cultivating the tea plant, it is particularly important to keep in mind that geography plays an important role in determining the climatic condition of a particular region. Although the tree can be grown in varying altitudes, tea are generally grown on higher altitudes, which tend to exhibit many desirable traits and often fetch a higher price as compared to the teas grown in the lower altitude. Air pressure is lower at the higher altitude, so the air expands and this process cools the air. Air expands as it rises and hence unable to hold its water content and which leads to the formation of clouds, which often cause precipitation. So the highest commercial tea plantation are about 2,400 meter, which is about 8,000 feet in elevation. The most suitable soils for tea production are slightly acidic and without calcium. So the tea production generally happens in the laterite soil, which is slightly acidic but do not have any calcium content. So these are the factors that are required for the production of tea and where the production is favorable at different conditions. Here we can see the Indian map. As I said, that the tea is generally grown in the northeastern and the southern part of India. In northeastern states like Assam, which is also known as the tea hub of India, which generally comprises of 51% of tea production and it supplies to all over the world. So I hope you all are well acknowledged by the factors and the location of tea production. So for further the presentation, I would like to call Maria.
Thank you, Vishal. To us Indians, tea is just not some drink. It's more like a culture. And India is known for its different types of culture and tradition all around the world. Well, the same goes with tea. Each part of India has its own special cup of tea. Here are some of those. Masala chai, common all around India, is made by boiling black tea with milk, sugar, and flavorful spices like ginger, clove, and cinnamon. Every family in India has its own little recipe for making it. Kashmir Khawa. Originated in the valleys of Kashmir, Khawa makes up to be an exotic chai with rich flavors, which is enjoyed the most in winter days. Butter tea, served in a small cup in Ladakh and Sikkim, is also known as Gurgur chai. Green tea. Green tea is one of the most healthiest and refreshing drink, which is loaded with antioxidants and nutrients that have great effect on the body. Nilgiri tea. Nilgiri tea is widely known as the Blue Mountain tea. Finds its origin in the southern part of India. Nilgiri tea tastes great in the form of iced tea, and its benefit ranges from improving oral health to reducing weight and even fighting diabetes. Assam tea. Assam tea is a form of black native tea to the Assam. This type of tea is known for its strong minty flavor, which is preferred widely not only in India but around the world. Assam tea increases mental alertness and even prevents certain cancer like lung and ovarian. There are more examples such as Darjeeling, noon tea, and lemon tea, tandoori chai, and many more. So, if we have so many types of tea, they must serve some purpose, right? This brings us to the next slide. The importance of tea. Tea is a problem solver. For centuries, problems of mankind have been solved over a cup of tea, whether they were between nation, amongst business, even in families. The simple act of pouring a cup of tea in and itself is an icebreaker. Employment to Indians. India is the second largest producer of tea, and this industry offers employment to 1.2 billion people and supports more than 3 billion people, dependent on the tea garden workers, with women accounting for 15% employment. Market. Tea industry, being such a large industry, holds about 15% of total state's income. Health benefits, reducing the impact of stress, increasing focus, and some type of tea may be even good for diabetes and for reducing weight and may even prevent lung cancer. Growing tea has always been good for human and for the nature too. Now, I would like to call Soren Mukherjee to continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Good morning, respected ma'am and my precious batchmate. I am Sorin Mukherjee. I have a concern. I would like to bring your attention about the topic why tea is overrated. See, we all know that tea is a very common aromatic beverage all over the world. It is nourishing, refreshing, as well as healthy for our body. These days, tea is used in almost all the houses in India. Besides this, I like to include some facts. India is one of the largest tea producing countries all over the world. And did you know that 70% of tea is consumed within India itself? Strange. People generally take tea in the morning or the evening time, but in India, every time is a tea time. According to our Indian tradition, whenever a guest drops in, he expects to be entertained with tea. Let's come to the topic. Tea contains 10 times the amount of antioxidant found in fruits and veggies. It also contains caffeine, which helps to prevent sleep, good for early risers. From any chalk to any gully, we can surely find a tea shop. Now you can imagine the hike of tea. People usually gather in and have some gossip about locality, society, political economical matters, some innovations, new ideas about all the topics. Now come to these statistics. We can see the consumption of tea is gradually increasing day by day. Can you get an idea? Okay, let's come to next. Now I would like to describe the popularity of tea by showing you the map. You can clearly see tea is used everywhere. Do you know that around 52 countries are using tea at a very high limit? We can find many tea gardens in the Kangra Valley, Darjeeling, Nilgiri, and Assam. Millions of workers depend on the tea business. That leads me to the next slide. As you all know, there is a word standard exists. According to such high profile people, they prefer coffee mostly. In spite of being overrated, we cannot find tea in the menu list of such high profile and popular cafe and restaurant. Tea contains a high amount of caffeine and tannin. For this reason, consumption of tea at a very high limit may affect one's sleep cycle and make one sick mentally and physically. Tea production is a very lengthy process. Steaming, shaping, drying, storing, packaging, quality checking, many more processes are needed to prepare tea to drink. Tea is generally cultivated in high altitude places, and the tea leaves need neither hot nor cold temperature to grow up. So we cannot cultivate tea here and there in our locality. Negative and positive, both points are there. But I would like to conclude my topic by stating that yes, tea is overrated. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to call my friend Aryan for continuing this presentation.
Thank you, Sorin. Good morning to one and all present here. Introducing myself again. My name is Aaron and I am going to speak on the topic why tea is underrated. I know, right? Hard to believe. But here are some points which will make my views clear. Is tea just a beverage or does it serve any purpose? Tea being a traditional beverage from the past and is still in demand for many citizens in India. But as today's generation is preferring coffee over tea as it's some kind of a new trend, they are indeed neglecting the fact that tea has more health benefits than it. Tea being super affordable as a beverage is being consumed by many Indians, but as being this cheap, the values of tea are being neglected by us in everyday life. We often overlook the various benefits of tea. Speaking in fact, many benefits of tea in various fields includes health benefits, economical benefits, socio-political benefits, and many more. Starting on with health benefits, there is a evidence that tea is good for our body. It reduces blood pressure, improves circulation, improves immunity, and many more in terms of benefits, and each of them contains antioxidants. Moving ahead, we know the common tea is being consumed in a mass rate, but have we ever thought what the other types of tea does? For example, ginger tea helps in a very large scale for people suffering from motion sickness, obesity, nausea, and many more, and also act as a pain relief. Whereas the lemon balm tea helps in sleep improvement, helps to focus, cures digestive problems, stress reduction, etc. From here, we understand that the actual values of tea is being underrated throughout the India. When it comes to the economical factor, tea in India helps over 1.2 million individuals to get jobs and be employed in fields. These majorly includes millions of labor, both male and female. Tea production in India is in a vast scale and helps India's GDP rate to grow massively. Concluding my topic, we head over to the last point in which we see how tea is essential over political and social meeting. You see, no matter it's a parliament decision or a Zila Parishad's order, making decision with a cup of tea fulfills the meeting and leads to a healthy society. With this, I would like to call Ritika to proceed further with the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Aryan. A very warm good morning to one and all present here, respected ma'am, and all my dear friends. Today, I'm going to tell you about the underrated and overrated effect of drinking tea. As we all know, tea is an integral part of our daily routine for many people around the world. For many different reasons, people choose to imbibe the warm beverage throughout their day. For some, it gives them a kick of energy in the morning, and for others, the perfect soothing antidote to the stressful day. Let us first talk about some of the underrated effects of tea. First, antioxidant. Some kind of tea have a higher percentage of antioxidant. Some herbal tea is a caffeine free because they are not derived from the traditional Camellia sinensis tea leaf. While getting all the benefit of an antioxidant infusion, you also miss out on the negative effect of caffeine. Anxiety reducing. Tea has always been a great way to calm your nerve and rid yourself of stress. Drinking tea is also a great way of soothing your digestive system. An unhappy stomach can be gently relieved by a sip of ginger. Now, let's talk about the overrated effect of drinking tea. Iron deficiency is one of the most common nutrient deficiency in the world, and if you have low iron level, excessive tea intake may exacerbate your condition. It has it has been said that it is not appropriate to take medicine with tea because, for example, caffeine tea kill the effect of sleeping pills. It has also been forbidden to take medicine containing iron for the treatment of anemia, and it has been advised not to drink for 50 to 60 minutes after taking ferrous pills. Trendy bubbles tea have that are loaded with sugar, calorie, and have little to no nutritional value. Herbal tea that may potentially trigger allergies. Many herbs tea contain different types of fruit, herbs, spices, and flowers that some people are allergic to. Now, I would like to call Chetna for further. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for so much information. Now, I would like to show all of you results of a survey conducted by us. In the pie chart shown here, we can clearly see that 74.1% of people who participated in the survey likes tea, but 44.4% of them say tea is both overrated and underrated because it varies from person to person. It is just an individual point of view what they feel about it. But after them, in majority, we have 40.7% people who say that tea is overrated. And it seems that they are probably right. Because we all might have seen some people bragging about how many times they drink tea in a day. And it is definitely not a topic to brag about. Here are some reviews we got from the survey. And now, with all that information, I won't take much of your time and would like to conclude our topic with a quote. Excess of anything is bad. Even water, if consumed in excess, can be life threatening. And so is tea. No doubt that tea has many health benefits, but that doesn't mean it won't harm us. So it is for sure overrated in India, but if consumed in limit, it is very healthy. Here are the resources we use to get the informations. Thank you all for your patience listening.
Thank you so much, Group 12. It was an interesting presentation when Aaron started it with the image of the water boiling and ginger and cardamom and other stuff going into the boiling water and asking whether or not he can smell it. It was really a good start to the whole thing. I would have said that that yes, I can smell it if I did not have COVID right now. Um, but it was a really interesting way to start the presentation. Um, Other than that, I really liked the way you guys had organized the information in the in the slide. It was very good in terms of signposting the whole of the presentation. Like there was not a lot of information in the slides. There were just the key points and the relevant pictures. And then you talked about the students talked about the rest of it. Then I really liked the survey part. How you all have taken up the survey and how many people did you contact? Like, was it
Ma'am,
only
it
a
was
few?
around 80 responses we got.
Okay, okay, 80 is a lot. Like, if you think about a presentation, class presentation, 80 is a lot. So it was
Yes, ma'am.
very good that way.
Ma'am, it
Overall,
was
I
all from
really
our friends and family members too, and
okay,
relatives, everyone we can
okay,
contact.
great. Um, all right. So I really liked the whole presentation. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I
Thank you.
think
Thank
with
you.
this, I think with this we come to the end of today's class because the other two presentations are scheduled for tomorrow
Yes, ma'am.
for like the G13 and the G14. Okay, I'll take your attendance and then we can call it a day. Ajay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, thank you, Gauri. Amish,
Present, ma'am.
Amran,
Present, ma'am.
Anirudh,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit Sinha,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit Anurag,
Present, ma'am.
Anush, Anurag Ranjan,
Present, ma'am.
Anushka, Anushka Shruti, Anushka Jaina,
Present, ma'am.
Anvi,
Present, ma'am.
Arpit,
Present, ma'am.
Aryan, Maitra. Yeah, present.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Aryan Jha,
Yes, ma'am.
Ashish Patnaik,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Ashutosh Raut,
Present, ma'am.
Ashutosh Kumar Raut,
Present, ma'am.
Ayan Qureshi,
Yes, ma'am.
Ayan Chakraborty,
Yes, ma'am.
Aisha,
Present, ma'am.
Ayushi,
Present, ma'am.
Vibhash,
Present, ma'am.
Vibhu Kalyani,
Present, ma'am.
Vitasta,
Present, ma'am.
Chaman,
Present, ma'am.
Satish,
Present, ma'am.
Chitna,
Present, ma'am.
Chabi, Devjyoti, Dhruv,
Present, ma'am.
Divyanshi,
Present, ma'am.
Divyanshi,
Present, ma'am.
okay, Gomzi,
Present, ma'am.
just a second.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yes, Harsh,
Present, ma'am.
Hitesh,
Present, ma'am.
Ritik,
Present, ma'am.
uh, Karthik,
Present, ma'am.
Karthik, Kartika,
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, Karthik present, huh? Roll
हाँ
up 800.
हाँ कौस्तुभ,
Present, ma'am.
खुशी,
Present, ma'am.
कुणाल,
Present, ma'am.
आर्या is present,
Present, ma'am.
Neil, नेहा,
Present, ma'am.
पल्लवी,
Present, ma'am.
प्रज्ञा, प्रत्युष,
Present, ma'am.
प्रेमचंद्र,
Present, ma'am.
प्रियम,
Present, ma'am.
यांश,
Present, ma'am.
दियेश,
Present, ma'am. Priyesh.
रणजय,
Present, ma'am.
रवि,
Present, ma'am.
ऋषभ,
Present, ma'am.
ऋषभ,
Present, ma'am.
कृतिका,
Present,
साई,
ma'am.
ओके, साई, समुद्रनील,
Present, ma'am.
Samudranil, is it the first class that you're attending?
No, ma'am.
Were you there in the class?
No, I was not there in the previous class.
You were not there. Were you there on the first class that was on 11th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sarbajit,
Present, ma'am.
Satvik,
Present, ma'am.
Satyam,
Present, ma'am.
Soumi,
Present, ma'am.
Saini,
Present, ma'am.
Shashank,
Present, ma'am.
Shashi,
Present, ma'am.
Shubham, Siddhant,
Present, ma'am.
Soham,
Present, ma'am.
Somendu, Taurine is present.
Present, ma'am.
Shubham Das,
Ma'am, you missed roll 834?
8:34. Shubham, no?
Yeah, yeah.
I called out, no? Abhi Shubham. You didn't say anything. You're present, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Shubham Das, Okay, this Subham Das doesn't attend any classes, or is he there? Because I don't think he has attended any of the classes. Shubhra Das,
Present, ma'am.
Sumit. Same for Sumit also. He hasn't attended Kobe classes. Suprashad,
Present, ma'am.
Supratim,
Present, ma'am.
Suruchita,
Present, ma'am.
Sushri,
Present, ma'am.
Subhra Mukherjee,
Present, ma'am.
Suyash,
Present, ma'am.
Tanya,
Present, ma'am.
Arish,
Present, ma'am.
Par,
Present, ma'am.
Vishal,
Present, ma'am.
Vivesh,
Present, ma'am.
Ritankar,
Present, ma'am.
Yugal.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, roll number 820 present.
820.